everybody, and welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm getting used to saying that. YouTube channel. Okay, you're welcome if you're just joining us for the first time. My name is Diche Enunwa, and with me is my business partner, writing partner, and covenant sister, Temitope Bolade, Akinbode.
Hi guys.
So you're welcome, and this is Behind the Story. This is where we talk about the films that we've written, the process, how the story came, you know, everything, the message, and how much the story of the film means to us. So we're glad that you could join us. Since you're here, make sure that you subscribe, and put on your notifications so you don't miss anything. And remember to follow us on all our social media handles. They're there on the screen. Follow us. It's going to be an amazing ride.
And also don't forget that you should share. There's always love in sharing.
Oh yes. So yeah, share.
Okay, so this is Behind the Story, and today we are talking about Namaste Wahala.
This is Raj, my cousin, and he's an investment banker.
And he's single?
And this is Didi. She's a sweetheart. She's a lawyer, and she's very, very single.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'm going to marry you.
Excuse me?
So how did Namaste Wahala happen? I think we got a call.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the films that we actually pitched for.
Yeah.
We got a call from a friend. It was Tunji.
Okay. Yeah.
And he said, oh, we want you guys to come to our office. He was working with Film One at that time. And he said, we want you and Diche to come up to our office. There's a story we want to do and we'd like to talk to you guys about it. But you guys are going to be pitching with it with some
with two other writers or three, I can't remember.
And then we're like, okay, no problem. I called Diche and I was like, okay, this is what Tunji said. I'm like, let's go. So we went. And then that was where we met Amisha.
Yeah.
So there's this lovely Indian woman in the room.
I thought you were going to do the Indian.
No, I won't try that. Please, acting is not, ranking on my top skills. So she called us. She actually shared the story. I'm not really sure. She didn't really have a story.
What she had was an idea.
Yes.
You know, she had said that Bollywood and Nollywood were two of, the three most prominent filmmaking industries, and she couldn't understand why
there
wasn't any collaboration. And she was like, that's ridiculous. Like, I think it's time for a collaboration. She wanted a love story collaboration. I think that's about
she wanted a love story collaboration, and I think she wanted some depth to it. She didn't just want it to be a regular love story. She wanted some depth to it, and we're like, okay, no problem. We'll go.
Before that, she showed us some samples. So we watched some clips from some Indian movies.
Oh, I can't remember.
Chakwa knew everybody's name. This is Raj, man, something. This. She knew the name of the film. She knew the name of the actors. I'm not big on Indian films.
I grew up watching Indian films. I mean, Anita Bachchan,
exactly.
She knows Shah Rukh Khan.
Exactly. So when they question Shah Rukh Khan, something, and she and Amisha were bonding on that level, I was like, okay. I watched a few Indian movies growing up, but that's about it. In my adult life, I don't know if I've
I still do watch an Indian film.
So, she showed us, she just wanted to give us an idea
of what she had in mind
and the elements of the Indian part that she wanted in the movie, like the Bollywood elements. So the sing and dance.
Yeah, she was big on that.
Yeah, she was big on that. They had to sing and dance, of course. Well, to be fair, she's catering to two different audiences. And if you're going to cater to the Bollywood industry, you have to put that in, I assume. So she wanted that, and then there's this thing that Indian people do. There's this emotion.
Yeah.
They like, you watch an Indian movie, they're not saying anything. They're just looking at each other.
They don't even touch.
Don't touch, don't kiss. And they'll just be playing that music. Next thing, tears. Like a moo. And so she showed us a scene like that. You knew the film. Some father,
I think it was Anita Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan. I can't remember the title now, but I know the film.
Exactly. So there was some, it was a very emotional moment. And so she showed us that and said, this is like, I'm looking for this. I want this in elements in the movie. And then it was a case of, okay, so you guys go and write me some, like a treatment, and she'll pick whichever one was best.
One of the things she also was big on was the intertribal issues that could come up
if they were dating, if to interracial,
we're dating.
Yeah.
And then we thought, okay, cool, awesome. Let's, go this way. And one of the things that Diche and I do is that we always make sure that the superior argument wins.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about stuff and she could tell me, oh, I want the guy to be this. And I'm asking why? Why does he have to be that way? If she cannot tell me why the guy has to be that way, I'm like, no, I think he should be this way. And I have to bring forth my strong reasons as well. Right. So, and then eventually we discussed it and then we came up with the RMD character, the Inidima character, the fact that they run a business.
Yeah.
And I know that one of the things we were particular about was the fact that we wanted him to be Igbo, because before that, the Igbo tribe, there's a certain pride that they have.
Exactly.
So that's not very common with the Yoruba culture. I'm Yoruba, so I felt like, that's not very common, which was why we purposely made him Igbo, because we wanted to, that pride.
Yes, and then that first son, I want to give my property, I want to transfer my legacy to my son. They have all those, they're big on that, really. And
so the conflict of, because she's a woman, he now wanted her to marry a man that he thought was suitable to inherit his company. And one of the tricks, because, well, I call it a trick because the believability of, that he's going to eventually accept that this man is okay for my daughter was, I think, why we also made sure that him and his wife did not come from the same tribe. Yeah. So we made sure that the Joke Silva character is Yoruba, and we didn't even know that until towards the end when he was being stubborn, and you're like, Oga,
yes, you married you married somebody that wasn't from your tribe, so be relaxing.
And he kept saying, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah. So, coming up with all those, that process of developing the story and all that. And eventually we felt like we had something that was worth submitting, because I think we were also given a timeline.
Yes, we were given a timeline.
And then we submitted that.
Yeah. And I think another thing that we were big on showing was that even though we're different, we're the same. Yeah. Human beings are human beings. Human beings love, they hate, they like the things they
universally,
like. Universally. So whether you're Nigerian, you're Indian, you're South African, whatever you are, you will feel love. You will love the same way. Yeah. So it's just to show that no matter how different in terms of culture, tradition, language, and all of that, we're still the same makeup and composition.
Yeah, true. I can't remember, but I know that she had 1 or 2 tweaks. I can't remember.
1 or 2?
For the treatment, not for the script. For the treatment. For the treatment, we didn't do a lot of back and forth. I think she just read it. She had 1 or 2 tweaks and she loved it. And she was like, let's go, And all of this was still brokered by Film One, And then we wrote the script. And then when we wrote the script, we sent in the first draft. Maybe you want to pick up on that.
So it's not like I remember the details per se. I just remember that getting the Indian part right.
Yeah, we had to do a lot about
it. So we had to ask her a lot of questions. We called her about names, about, so if the mother wants to harass her about not being able to cook Indian food, what kind of food we share? Because it was Nigerian, say, you want to marry a Yoruba woman, you cannot make amala. You have not started. So what are the kinds of foods that she mentioned? Just different things like that.
Yeah. And then I remember that the scene where the ending, this is a little spoiler, the end scene where,
so if you haven't seen it, you want to pause and you want to go to Netflix and watch it and come back.
Good. So the scene where the mom now asks the RMD character that, so when are you going to pay the bride price? Yeah. I remember the shock on our faces when she told us that, in India, it's the woman who pays the bride price to the man, not the man. In our own culture.
I kind of had an idea though. I think it was you that was shocked.
I was shocked actually. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And we thought that was going to be a beautiful ending. Yeah. Because you want to see, especially because these 2 people have been like at loggerheads and all of that. And then that scene with the 2 mothers, she was really particular about that. I'm not sure that was in the first draft where the 2 mothers had that conflict.
Face off,
Yes, that face off. It wasn't in the first draft. And she said, no, I want the 2 mothers to have a face off. And this also attests to, and yes, this is me blowing our trumpet, and I will, because
blow.
Yes, because I mean, we've been tested and trusted. So, you know, like I said, it wasn't in the first draft. And then she said, no, I want the competition between the two mothers. And so we had to go back to the draft and look at it and be like, okay, how can we
neatly
get these two mothers that it is believable in the context of the story that we've already built, the world that we've already built. How can we neatly make sure that these two mothers actually meet and, you know, this confrontation that she wants happens. And we did that. And I know she said, I love it. When she read that scene, she's like, I love it. You know? And I think that's actually one of my most memorable scenes in that film. And the fight between the couple, because also we felt that this story is about them. And even though the mothers are fighting, how does that spill into their relationship?
Yes.
Because you find that, you know, I mean, we're counselors in our church, and we understand that sometimes when the parents are so involved in the relationship, pressure
starts to break.
Yes.
It first of all starts to create cracks. And if the couple are not careful, everything's going to crumble down. Another thing I wanted to point out, I like, you know, sometimes you send your script out and the people make additions, maybe on set or in the script or what. So sometimes, you know, it doesn't work out. But I feel like in Namaste Wahala, so the scene with Brother Shaggy, that wasn't in the script. It wasn't in the script. And so when we watched, you know, it was one of the things that everybody really liked. So, you know, I'm always happy when I say, you know, there's nothing wrong with a director, going ahead and adding and doing something, as long as it works and it makes the work better, not worse. You know, I'm all for it. So kudos to Brother Shaggy. He was in that scene, just one scene, and it was memorable. It was funny. You know, they call it Nigerian ingredients. No matter what story you're telling, you know, you always like to at least put some humor there, because wahala they be too much sometimes, and people need to cool off. So
when eventually we were done with the drafts, they still had one or two additions that we made. I know they were like, oh, let's add this. And at some point we were like, no, we don't think that's necessary, or we don't think this will work. I think that would be overflogging this.
This already works the way it is.
We're like, okay, no problem. And then a few weeks later, got a call again from Tuji saying, we just made one or two adjustments to the script, so please. And then the thing scattered, you know, the format wasn't proper, and that they wanted us to, you know, properly format it because they were ready to, you know, go into production. And then I got the script back and I almost died.
Somewhere went mad.
Oh my God. I just called Diche. I was like, Diche, what? No, these people can't do this. No. Because I was reading it, and not to say that what they wanted couldn't work. Yes. It's just that the way that it had been imputed, you could tell that it wasn't done by a professional.
Yes, by a writer.
Yeah, you could tell that it wasn't done by a writer. To be honest, I felt that if it wasn't for the formatting issue, that they probably would have gone straight.
It's not probably, it would have gone.
Yeah, it would have gone straight to production.
And then on the screen, I'd be like,
oh my God, you know?
I think it's a lesson to producers. If you want something in the script, right? I know that, I think I also feel like it was because, you know, they had made some suggestions. And I said, no, the way it is, it's okay. So they felt like, if we come with this one again, they might just say, whoa, I beg, you know, let's just do it ourselves. But that doing it yourself, it almost always doesn't work. So let us know. And if you even put your foot down and say, I really, really want this, and if you don't put it, I'm going to put it myself. We probably will find a way. Like, you know what?
Don't put it yourself.
Yes, we'll make it work. And so Tokwe, you know, took that same thing that they wanted in the script and found a way to put it in, make it in nicely, and then she formatted it and sent it back. So we're just thankful. It was just good.
Yeah, we're just thankful.
Thankful that you got it back and we're able to
see that on time and quickly salvage it before, you know. So the exact thing that they wanted, but we now did it professionally. And COVID happened. There was a whole COVID-ish, and I think it was supposed to come out in the cinemas in October, but then they had to move it because COVID occurred, and then eventually now became a Netflix original.
Yes,
so it was our very first
Netflix original. We're so excited when we heard, you know, I think that it was a loss for cinemas as well, because I know that there was a lot of curiosity around it. But it was a business decision, had to be made. It was a wise one anyway.
Well, considering the times,
yes, considering the times, you know, at that time, a lot of people weren't big on crowds going anywhere, weren't sure what's going on. So a lot of people weren't going to the cinemas. And so she decided, okay, let's take it to Netflix. And it was, you know, it's good, looking good on our CV at the moment. As our first Netflix original.
It is. I know people had mixed reaction in terms of the feedback on Namaste Wahala. Some people just thought it was too cheesy. It was too chick flick.
That's the that they are jamming themselves.
Yes, and then they would just you know, they're gazing into each other's eyes and are feeling all the fireworks. You know? But the first thing I always say to people is understand the genre that you're watching. You cannot be watching a rom-com and expect to see people shooting. Immediately we see people shooting all over the place, it automatically changes the genre. Then you're not watching a rom-com. If you're watching an action comedy, it's different from when you're watching a thriller. It's different from when you're watching a drama. It's different from horror. Those different genres have specific characteristics that is accrued to them. So you need to know that, okay, this genre, they will do all those cheesy stuff. They will say cheesy lines. They will say things like, I'm just a girl looking into a boy's eyes.
Absolutely. And it's even worse because then it's a Nollywood.
Bollywood. How do you do that? I don't put cheesy. I don't put cheesy. I don't put all the Z-word things.
Yes. So there was no way.
And they didn't even do all those camera things. That
would have been pushing it. But to be fair, the people who enjoyed it enjoyed it.
Yeah. So they did. So lessons. What was Namaste?
The biggest lesson, the most obvious one is every child matters. Every child has the potential to be great, and to be an addition,
whether a male or female.
Whether male or female. So it was sort of breaking that mindset that if you don't have so to tell you, you don't have a man child, you don't have children, or you don't have a daughter yet, you don't have children, or we have children. Okay. If you have 3 boys, you're all right. If you have 3 girls, you're all right. They can be anything that you want them to be.
I think one of the lessons that I love is the way that Didi stood up for what she believed in, even though she had to face her dad head on. And then I remember, I don't want to sound teary-eyed now, but you know that line that we use where she said, "You're just a chip of the old block." I said, "You're right, Dad. That maybe I'm just, you know." When she eventually saw her dad in the study, yes, spoiler, like he sports. He sports, you know. So it was so touching because she stood up for what she believed in. And even though her dad first went against her, he eventually supported her because he understood that. And he was like, I taught you well.
I'm impressed.
I taught you well. You know, and she was like, no, because, and I remember that argument which she had with her dad. And I'm like, no, because I have somebody once told me, or somebody taught me that I should always stand up for what I believe. And, you know, her dad, even though he wasn't impressed with her, or he wasn't happy with her at the beginning, he eventually was on her side at the end, and he eventually stood up for her. So for me, I think that was really great.
He also showed us that parents aren't perfect, but it doesn't mean that you should disrespect or dishonor them.
True.
So even if you're parent, because we're all trying to get it right. Nobody has been a parent before, you know. So everybody's trying to just figure it out, and everybody should be patient. Parents be patient with your children.
Children be patient with your parents.
So I hope you enjoyed the film. If you haven't seen it, go see it. You will enjoy it.
We've spoiled it.
I hope you paused and went. So that's behind the story, Namaste Wahala, and we hope that you join us again and again. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. We're waiting to see what you think.
So until next time, take care of yourself and bye.